Hello, all my fellow LDTers here out there in 573 land. Hey, thank you for stopping by to take a look at my project for my practicum class here. Real quick, I'll just catch you up to speed. What I did was, for this class, I wanted to train adjuncts, faculty, and staff of Indiana Tech, which is a university in Fort Wayne, Indiana, on how to use basic classroom technology with the goal of not only letting them know how to use this technology, but give them the ability to self solve some of their own problems. Really, what we're going to do now is this course was built primarily in Blackboard, which is the LMS I'm gotten much more familiar with through this class and through this entire course of study. I also used a lot of interactive elements in Adobe Captivate, and I know one of the things we're supposed to cover is our least favorite and most favorite parts. I'll start right off the bat with my least favorite part and get that out of the way, and that is the audio. You'll note the audio sounds kind of tinny. That's because for some reason, don't ask me why, a recent update, I can't get any of my USB microphones to work, so I have to rely on my actual built-in Mac mic. So it's not the best quality sound, and I want to apologize for that. But let's go ahead and dive right in. There is a guest login, and using classroom technology in Indiana Tech launches the class, and we're all quite familiar with this. I made sure to, in the analysis, I like to upfront state the overview for the trainees so they know exactly what they're going into, what they'll be contributing. There is a main page. I broke this up into 3 modules. There's classroom technology, troubleshooting 101, and how to contact the help desk. How to contact the help desk is the short one. Let's start with classroom tech 101. And what I did here is there's a standard welcome module. In addition to just putting information out there in a standard text format, I added a self-assessment in each module. And the 2 main modules, there are interactive elements. And this is going to start the new submission. Hopefully it fits in the screen. And then it launches a Adobe Captivate SCORM package. And I'm not going to go ahead and launch that with you. That one has a lot of interactivity into it. It's just really questions that pop up in the middle of the class to kind of jar you, make it more like what you're used to in a SCORM package. I know one thing that I want to work on. I enjoy these immensely, making courses like that. Of course, I get to play with digital tools. Who doesn't like that? I really do need to get better at creating some of these digital packages so that they look a lot more professional. I know one thing that I really sort of dinged myself on was the aesthetics and the content. They really need to be much more on point because I find that our learners are far more used to quality content. Let's face it, some of the people on Facebook, even the ones who are doing these get a free Disney trip by sharing this post, they make sure that it looks good. And we as instructional designers and educational technologists need to do that as well. So that was module 1. Module 2 was the troubleshooting module. What I did here was something a little bit different. I created another multimedia package, again in Captivate. And what I did that was different on this one was I presented a series of scenarios. Let me drag that back into the window. And I even put music underneath it. And what you would do is you would be presented with a scenario. And I'm actually going to let this load, and you'll hear my voice here in a minute. Double
you're
voice.
In class and you're having video or audio problems. What do you do?
Well, that's a good question, Jason. Why don't you tell us? Anyway,
that are common in classrooms. At the end of each scenario,
there we go ahead and mute the audio on that. At the end of it, you'll click through each one. You're presented with a scenario. What I stress for the user is to stop and to think about before they press the next button. You could just simply click through this pretty quickly, but I want you to stop and think. And it was really, I tried to simulate the classroom environment where teachers and instructors are frequently asked an open-ended question just to get a student to think. And since this is geared towards instructors, that was my hope that would sort of somewhat, that they would be familiar with that and they would definitely get out of it without actually requiring them to put anything in the form of testing. Again, there is an assessment at the end. I do believe firmly that assessments really get you in the mindset of, okay, what did I learn? Oh wait, I didn't catch that. Where was that at? And it really reinforces the lesson. I know that is one of my areas I need to focus on more is better assessments. Again, the content, I've tried really hard to make it as aesthetically pleasing as possible. I made sure to reference any photos that were taken are almost all mine, including these that were taken at the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago, with the one exception of the music that was in that assessment and this Wi-Fi logo, which, as you can see, I've referenced that. I also took careful to try and do that. Help Desk 101, this was one that was built, this was the one really that the SME was the most keen about, because this right here, I did this one strictly as a non-interactive video. What we decided was this would be able to be shown pretty much to anybody, and that way it could be used as a reference tool outside of the Blackboard environment. And this just goes over how to contact the help desk and how to really help yourself. So thank you for taking the time to review this, and I hope you all had a wonderful experience this practicum. I know I have one more class after this before graduation, and I know some of you may be in the same boat. Hopefully I'll see a lot of you in August. If not, the rest of you who are graduating in December, good luck to you, and thank you very much. Have a good one.